Good morning. How are we doing this fine Tuesday morning? Just me this morning. Joanna, she is going to get her nails done today. Today's the only day she could get it done because her birthday is on Friday. So that's what she's doing this morning. She and a friend of hers are going to get her toes done. Good morning, Hill Mills. So it's just me. You're stuck with me. Deal with it. I still know what I'm talking about, though. We'll be doing Costco today. Costco it is. I had originally, if you were on last night's live, we said that we were going to go do one of the hang tag projects inside of Walmart, but I forgot the hang tags, so I can't do that today. However, we still have that project. We will be demoing it, but I've got 2 field agent jobs that I can demo inside of this Costco, and these lives are meant to be instructive. If you guys want to know, we're freelance merchandisers. If you want to know more about what that is, how you guys can get involved, it's all free to do. That's what these lives are for. We do it twice a day most days, so you guys can see it being done in real time, and you can integrate this into parts of your day. It makes a great side hustle. You can obviously earn more than that, but it's a great place to get started, and you don't need any experience. So if any of that sounds good, feel free to lurk, feel free to comment, ask questions. We're pretty knowledgeable in this stuff. As you guys come in, though, if you could just do me a favor and double tap the screen over and over and over again and give some likes and some shares. You can copy the link and that counts as a share, even if you don't physically send that to somebody else. That helps us as well. Gets us on the For You page, lets more people know that we're live, because TikTok's not always the best at notifying people when we go live. But yeah, I'll be doing some work in a moment. So if I could just get some likes before I go inside of Costco, I would appreciate that. I just saw 2 Costco jobs. I'm not even sure which ones they are. Hold on. Let me see what I'm working on today. So I've got a bottled water and protein drink audit and a chip and salty snack audit, both in Costco, which is neat. These are simple little projects that you guys can do, that anybody can do, and I'll show you more how the apps work and how you guys can get involved in this type of this field of work with any availability and any schedule. So if you could just keep liking, keep sharing, and I'll go in momentarily. All right. What did you send me? I don't know. I don't have them. What'd you say there? Oh, that's awesome, Berg. Great to hear. Yeah. So again, you have the freedom to just mess around with this stuff in your free time. You're not immediately held with your feet to the fire. You have, a lot of grace to learn this. Take your time, get it done right. And the more you do, the easier it gets, the better opportunities that show up. Yes, Survey Merchandiser does work. I concur. And we definitely demo that app quite a bit here. We also, we have other apps that we use too. By all means, there are other ones that we don't talk about, but the 3 ones that we promote on this page are Survey Merchandiser, Field Agent, and Moby. I will be doing a couple of field agents today. Yeah, we do the ticket jobs. Those are just basic survey questions. I don't do any of the other ones that are free though, like the best display and the just for fun. I don't work for free, and that's I don't at all feel bad about doing that. If you want to do it, while you happen to be in a store that you're doing something else in, go for it. That's fine. That's your prerogative. But I do not work for free. So, but the ticket jobs, well, often they're just a few survey questions. They ask about your retail habits, who's the primary shopper, when was the last time you bought X, Y, and Z. And sometimes based on your answers, you can get exclusive projects. So that's why I do those. Yeah, Gary, you can start working today with what we do. We're freelance merchandisers, and I'm going to demo 2 projects on 1 app in 1 store. I'll be in Costco today, but we do this all over, not just in Costco. Yeah, if you guys want to see how it's done, any questions that you guys have as far as logistics, getting paid out, anything like that, that's what these lives are for, and we do this what did I do with Joanna? So Joanna, her birthday is on Friday. So today's the only day that she could get a nail appointment, so she's getting her toes done for her birthday, which I said, fine, I'll go work by myself. But anybody that's been around here for a little bit knows that, from time to time, I will run the lives by myself. Why am I yellow? Everybody still see and hear me okay? Pain in my butt. Come on now. I don't know if you guys can see and hear me, but it's going red, and I'm getting ready to go inside the store anyway, so I'm not sure what just happened to my service. Okay. Cool. Absolutely awesome. Love when that happens. So just give me a sec. By sitting here and doing nothing, I used up all the finite service that was in that one little spot, which is just bizarre to me. I don't understand. I seem stressed. I'm stressed. I seem stressed. I'm stressed. All right. We good now? Because it's just got to fight me this morning, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty possible. That's pretty common belief. Thank you. So I do happen to have a Costco membership. There are ways that you can get inside of Costco without having a membership, which I can tell you about. But I apologize for the service interruption. I was sitting there not moving, nothing happened, and then all of a sudden, no service, no whatsoever. So I came on the Wi-Fi in here. So if you could just keep liking, keep sharing, get a few more people back in here. But I'm going to start working. But I'll do the full, intro thing. So if you guys don't know who I am, I'm AJ. Joanna and I teach you guys how to make money, save money, and get cash back for free from your phone. There's no book or course with us. There's nothing to buy or sell. Any apps that you're interested in earning on or learning with, they're all available for free in the profile. Okay. All you have to do is just come to the proper TikTok profile, not that one. There we go. Flip this around. Yeah, it should be better now, G-Crow, because I'm on the Wi-Fi. Everything's right here in the profile. Just click that link or go to joannalinofficial.info. Yes, the link is safe. TikTok just likes to be overprotective because they don't want to be held responsible for anything. But these links are fine. These are just links to apps that we talk about all the time. I will be showing you guys 2 field agent projects inside of this Costco, and then I'll go back to the car and answer more. Well, maybe I won't go back to the car if I just lost service out there, but I'll be answering more questions about the merchandising apps that we have here. There's gaming apps, there's cashback apps, there's coupon stuff. There's lots of stuff in here. You by no means need to use everything, and these apps are free with or without us, but they happen to be all in one convenient location. So anything you want to learn about, just grab some to try, go back to the profile, watch the pin videos and the side hustle playlist to get started, and we go live twice a day most days to answer your questions and show you how to use the apps. So I'm going to start off with Field Agent. I've got 2 projects right here. These are both $5 a piece. I'm going to show you these are very simple. So I'm going to start with the bottled water and protein drink audit. I haven't done either of these before, so we're going to be learning them together. But I'm going to show you that this work is very simple. All it requires is reading comprehension and maybe a little bit of problem solving here or there, and you're going to be just fine. So I'll open this up. I'm looking for photos of pallets containing bottled water and sparkling water and protein supplements. So I'm going to go to the main section where the bottles are, and I will take photos of everything that's there. So I'm going to go next. It's going to teach me about how to take my photos, which I already know. You can take the time to just glance at this, understand what their formatting requirements are for their photos, because they want to be able to see everything that they're looking for, and they want you to take photos properly. So I'll be answering more questions in between the projects just right now. Some of the followers and the mods that have been here for a while. Why am I red? All right. So I have up to 25 photos to capture the entire aisle going left to right. I don't need to use all those, but it's just they give you that much in case you need it. All right. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay. So I'm ready to go. Last thing, you find the sections are low in stock. We still want to see that. So for whoever just asked, is it common if you find the product and it's not actually at the store? Yes, that does happen. They still want to know. Even if you can locate where it's supposed to be, even though it's out of stock, that's even better. They just are looking for bearing information. So is this location open? Yes. I'm going to go find all of the water, which should be back here. That is paper towels. Yep, that's all paper towels. Here's the water. Here's all the water on the pallets right here. Capture a vertical photo of each pallet containing bottled or sparkling water. So I'm going to go pallet by pallet. So I'm going to go right here. I have up to 25 photos. So nothing blurry. Again, you can take your time and read all this stuff, but this is very simple work that anybody can do. So vertical photo. that one. And this one. I'm doing my best to show you guys as I'm doing it, but kind of cramped for space right here. I'm sorry. Trying to stay out your way.
And I don't want in the picture.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Take my word.
Yep. And I'm just grabbing each one of these.
Got it?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. So each bottled water or sparkling water product. Just going right down the line. There are going to be times where there's going to be obstacles to where you're just trying to do your thing. But, sometimes the shelving or the people in the aisle aren't cooperating. You just got to pick your spots. For the most part, it's going to be just fine. Okay. And then we've also got this one in here. I'm going to make a note of that one just because I can't get a full frame shot of that one. And then I'll be good right here. And still going with the water. So hopefully this looks easy because this is the entire project. This one is going to ask me to look for the protein supplements as well. So I just got to find where those are. Usually those are towards the health section. All the San Pellegrino, brands you know, brands you love, all that. And I'll grab this photo of the San Pellegrino right here as well. Okay. And then I click done. So there's all my photos. I worked left to right. Price tag is captured in each photo, if possible. This particular spot right here, there's no price tags with any of those, so there was nothing for me to include. However, when there's one available, I do include that so that they can match the item numbers and all the prices to the product that's there to make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. That's a lot of what we're doing. We're just crossing the T's and dotting the I's, making sure that these products are where they're supposed to be inside these retailers. That's the basis of this job, or this type of work. Now I'm gonna go. Oh, yep. So I'm going to go back and fix that. So hold on. So I'll go back. So that last photo that I took, let's see. I'll find my last photo and delete it because this is classified as a display. So this one is classified as a display because there's already some there, but I will delete that one, move. So is there a display? Yes, there is. I have up to 12 photos. Yes, take a photo of the bottled water display. And if there was anything else in the middle that also counts as a display, it doesn't always have to be on pallets. Sometimes it can be, it's cardboard, but because this is Costco, this is how they do things here. So there is one display. Yeah, sure. On to the next. All right. Now I got to find the protein supplements. So again, those are usually in this health section. So I'm going to walk down that way. I'm going to answer any more questions that you guys might have about what I'm doing, what we're here to do. But we're freelance merchandisers. Joanna and I do this full time. If there's any availability available with this stuff we're talking about, you don't need any experience. These are just a few apps that we're using. Right now I'm inside of Costco using a field agent. Field agent's the name of the app. I've got 2 projects to do. So if you're just coming in now, I'm doing the bottled water and protein supplement audit. And then I've got another it's like chip and salty snack audit to do. So these are simple one-off projects that we get paid by the job to do inside of retailers near us. We work with a lot of food and beverage products. You don't need to do any market research. You are just checking in on these places on a first-hand basis to make sure their products are where they're supposed to be so that these brands are getting their money's worth when they sell their products inside of a retailer like Costco or Target or Walmart or your regional grocery stores or your mom and pops down the corner. Yeah. Anywhere from $5 to $25 a piece is about the sweet spot of, something you can expect per project. And you can earn as much as you want. You can do this as much as you want. There's no cap on income or anything like that. And I'll be answering any and all questions that you guys have about how you guys can get involved with this if it's something that's interesting to you, but you have a lot of freedom with your schedule, with your availability, if you require it. So, Field Agent is the name of the app. I am to the protein supplements now. Okay, so this is a display. I'll show you what I'm working with here. So again, this is considered a display. I'm looking for the main section that has all the protein supplements in it. So those are plant-based, I think. I think those 2 are plant-based. So now I'm looking for all of these protein supplements, which I will be doing, if I had to take a guess, that's energy drinks. I think, if I remember correctly, those are down this way. protein. Nope, this is all over-the-counter drugstore stuff. And those are like vitamin and mineral supplements. I am looking for the protein supplements. They gotta have more than just that palette though, so I know it's on me. I gotta find this. Let's see. Flip this around. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you know, getting your steps in. But each location is going to be a little bit different. All it requires is you be able to pay attention to detail, you know, a little reading comprehension, understanding what these projects are asking of you, the information that they're requiring, and you're just providing it. Yeah. Probably just going to ask. Unless it's down that way. Yeah, because it should be right here, but I just don't see anything else. Because there were a whole bunch over here a couple weeks ago. Last time I was here doing something else. Yeah, this is all drugstore stuff now. They move stuff around all the time. Which is, again, another reason why this needs to be done. Yeah, this is all drugstore stuff now. They move stuff around all the time. Which is, again, another reason why this needs to be done in stores. Because things are ever changing in store. Excuse me. Where's all the rest of the protein powders and stuff?
Usually we have it in the aisle.
Oh, in the aisle? Okay.
All the way down. Could be all the way down.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay. And the worst case, like, you know, this isn't my store. I don't work here. So I am allowed to ask people things. Okay. So I will be looking for example products like Premier Protein, Muscle Milk, Gatorade, Protein Powder, Orgain, etc. So anything that is protein. So like Premier Protein, there's a bunch of products right here, starting right here. That's chocolate milk. That's not going to count. However, it's a protein item, but that's not considered a protein shake. So move on to the next question when I'm ready. So the same thing that I just did for the water, I'm going to do with protein powders. Whoops. Capture a vertical photo of each pallet. So this is a protein shake. I'm also including the price tag. You can see it. Ooh, it's in the photo. So vertical ones of each pallet. Okay. Look easy enough. And these projects can be commissioned for any number of reasons. So sometimes they're just looking for their money's worth. Sometimes they want to make sure that stores are in compliance. Sometimes it's just about addressing shipping issues, things that might have happened once they leave the distribution center. If there's anything that's going to go from on sale to clearance, or if there's a specialized sale, coupon, anything associated. A lot of this is just behind the scenes retail stuff that kind of just happens. And we're largely responsible for that. There are firms that you can do this strictly full-time and hourly, depending on where you live in the country. But this is the freelance version of this. So we're independent contractors. We work for ourselves. So that just means that we pick our own jobs. We're not forced to anything we don't want to do. And we work totally dependent on our time and our schedule. So if you already have a full-time job, or you're just wondering whether you're going to, how you're going to implement this into any part of your day, it's a lot of freedom, and I'll go more into detail once I'm done with this project. Now, the same thing with the displays, same thing I did. So this is classified as a display. There's 2 here, and there's also 2 on the other side for the Orgains. Yes, there are displays. And I will take a photo here. Make sure you get that price tag because it's up in the corner. And step back. Take my photo here, and I'll run down to the other side, get those last 2 pallets, and that should be it on this project. So if you've been timing me, other than me walking around aimlessly for a few minutes, this was about a $5 project, and I'm getting paid $5 to do it. Of course, I haven't been timing me, but that's what I'm going with here. Okay, so I will take a picture of here, and I will take a picture of this one. So that first photo that I took included both of the price tags in it, and then I came over here and took a picture of the second one. Done. Okay. Last question, any freestanding display. So they're just looking for bearing photos. If someone was to go look and say, hey, where's this thing supposed to be? They're gonna take a freestanding display, which, you know, we're gonna do Reese's animal crackers today. Look at this. Beautiful. Here's a freestanding display right here of animal crackers. That's it. So if you have any issues with the project, you can report them here. Any pertinent information that they would want to know about you completing your job, write it here. They appreciate all your input. But I didn't have any issues. This is all the pictures I took, the answers I gave. I can go back and edit anything that I want to do. But once I'm done, I click complete and I upload this project right here. So it uploads right here on the spot, and I will get paid for this in a couple of days. That was $5 for about 5 minutes of work. You can see the bar slowly going up, and I've got another one to do if you want to see it done again. So while it's loading, we require you to check in directly with customer service or speak to, ASM, store manager, department head, somebody somewhere that has a clue. Every project's a little different, especially depending on the apps that you're using, but generally speaking, this is retail work. If you understand how retail works, you don't really need a deep understanding of how retail works. This is just very simple stuff that anybody can do in any store. Shouldn't be lagging. If anybody else is lagging, let me know, because it says I'm good. Wish there were more jobs on Field Agent. Most are iSpies are impossible. Yeah, so the iSpies are not our favorite thing to do. You are free to try those if you're already doing other stuff out, but I don't recommend going out to just doing iSpies, because those are a pain in the butt. So Field Agent's actually pretty quick. There are times where I can get a whole bunch of Field Agents done and they get paid by the end of the day. It's not always going to happen that way. Usually we say for all these companies, give them up to 6 days. Doesn't always take that long. It's just, they have built-in policies to prevent, getting in trouble for not turning out projects. But yes, I am on the Wi-Fi because I'm live streaming, but you guys don't need to be. As long as you have service, you're going to be fine. So an iSpy is, you're looking for blips in the data. You're not looking for specific products. Well, you are looking for specific products. Whereas this, I was looking for specific sections in the store and taking photos of what's there. They're actually giving me a directive. They want to see with or without, how it is displayed inside the store. That's the information they're looking for. iSpies are generated from blips in the data that come from transaction reports that are generated at these stores. And they want to know what the product is. If the computer can't identify what it is, it's your job to go find it. So the only drawback with that is there's no guarantee your product is going to be there. So if you can't find your product with iSpy, you don't get paid. And that's why we don't like to do those only. So feel free to try them if you have other stuff going on, and you can poke around the store, look for a little bit. And all it requires is they want to know what it is. They want 6 photos of it. They want to know the price. They want to know the weight. They want to know, what it looks like, all that stuff. But if you don't find it, you don't get paid. So they're hit or miss. You're welcome, Retiring Looper. Been doing merchandiser since last week. I'm going to try Field Agent. Yep, you can use all of them simultaneously. Absolutely. So this is considered precision required, which is a type of audit that we do. So there's audits, there's precision required. There is buy and try stuff or product review if you're interested in doing that stuff as well. That shows up from time to time. There's also, in that specific vein, there's also there's a category called pizza jobs, but there's also other ways where you can get food from fast food places, pizza places, whatever the case. And you will actually get free food from them by reviewing. Then there's also real estate audits, which are photos of exteriors of real estate properties. You never have to go on private property or inside of a location. You just got to take pictures from the street. And usually those are commissioned by insurance carriers who are looking for cover letters for their policyholders. So we just consider ourselves merchandisers. Yeah, that would essentially what your job title would be. Our job is we're basically a stand-in sales rep / vendor. So we're never really selling much. We might incentivize them, with certain projects, we might incentivize them to reorder, but that's never required. You don't work on commission or anything like that. You just leave some marketing material with them and they can make that decision themselves. Hello, Kelvin. I've been doing a number of jobs with merchandisers. Yeah, so it's going to be hard to make that. It could definitely be video based if possible, but definitely not a live, because demos is I'm in Costco right now. The people that stand around and hand out samples, that's what demos are. And there's some availability with that stuff on Survey Merchandiser. Yep. So I used Field Agent. I've got another one to show you if you want to see it done again, but I uploaded my project. So again, $5 to $25 a piece is pretty common for each of these. And these are one-off projects. So you can cover a lot of ground once you get your bearings underneath you, and you can, work as much as you want. You can travel as much as you want. We happen to do this full-time, but you can also use this part-time or supplemental as well. And it's something that can grow and shrink with you, because again, you work for yourself. That's the benefit of doing this, by yourself, while you don't have the guidance and the, the gentle pushing of someone telling you to do something. You have the availability to make this work if you already have a full-time job, if you stay at home, you could be college, you could be military, you could be partially or fully retired. You could be at state assistance. There's a lot of people can do this with any intensity. You don't get field agent, so there's lots of stuff to do. T-Virus, to the best of our knowledge, our research has shown that field agent is supposed to work in South Africa. From everything that we found online, I've never been to South Africa. I could not tell you definitively that it works there, but that is apparently the only country that any of our apps work in Africa. Most of what we talk about is US based with a little bit of availability in Canada, and then there's select exceptions throughout the world. We're always looking for international opportunities, but the general rule is we don't talk about it if we haven't had success with it. So, you know, we can't control where these companies do business. What'd you ask for? Yeah, I am going to do one more. Yep. I'm just answering questions in the meantime. What's the one besides merchandiser? So you don't have to have a Costco membership. There are ways that you can do that. I did say I would answer that. So I do happen to have a Costco membership, which I choose to have. But if you don't have one and you have Costco projects near you, there's a couple things you can do. You can just go walk in and say you're using the bathroom, or you got to use the pharmacy. And it also just depends on your location. Sometimes, like with this Costco, I've never once been not been asked to show my ID. But there's a BJ's wholesaler that's down the road from us, and I've been shopping there for probably 20 years, and I've never once been asked to show my ID until I go to pay for something. So it really just depends. If nothing else, you can just tell them that you're interested in at least, you know, acquiring a membership. They'll at least let you in the door to member services and whatnot. You know, but I mean, we're just merchandising stuff. We're not doing anything, you know, weird or shady. That's the question. I know you can't see all of them, but I'm really curious. I can scroll back up a little bit. Deanna, in order to get the demo jobs you do with the intro video, just want to know if it's worthwhile. Yeah, so they are worthwhile in the sense that, I mean, you know, it's an hourly thing. Resets and demos and all those things on Survey Merchandiser pay anywhere from 12, 15, 18 an hour. It's just one-off shifts. So it's worth it in that sense because you don't have to travel a lot. So if that's something that you're worried about, you can definitely circumvent that. However, when we are doing this full time, we usually try to stay off of the hourly resets because the volume of projects we can complete in an hour makes it more cost effective for us to travel a lot, which again is totally your decision. But because of the ease of these projects, you guys saw I got that done in 5 minutes. You may not go as fast as I do, you may not do as much as we do in an hour, but for us personally, we're not tethered by an hourly rate because we can get, whether the project takes us 5 minutes or 15 minutes, it's still going to be the same payment. So if you can hustle, if you can get done quickly, if you can cover a lot of ground, this can be way more lucrative than the hourly stuff. But if you'd prefer to just, you know, have a busy project, one place, not have to travel, you are by all means, you can do that too. So yeah, I'll answer some payment questions here. So I did say up to 6 days. Each project that you submit, they have up to 6 days to approve your project. So as long as you're doing this, you know, every couple of days, you're going to have a steady trickle of projects getting approved. They're just making sure that you did it right, that they got the necessary information from your project, and they release the funds. That's all they're waiting for. And obviously thousands of these get done a day. So there's a huge cluster of jobs that get done in a given day. So they need time to get through them all. Once your projects are approved, they release the funds and you can cash out at any time. So Survey Merchandiser and Field Agent both pay direct deposit. So you just need a bank account of choice. If you're looking for, you know, an online bank or something, I have some suggestions, but any old bank account will work as long as it has, you know, routing. If you want to keep finances separate, that's totally fine, but I just use my regular one or some of the fintech ones that I use. Mobi is very similar to what we do, except that one is gift cards only, but they do have Visa ones. They have Target, Walmart, Amazon, and everything in between. And those are all digital. They go right to your email. Yeah, they try to get them approved in 6 days, yeah. I was just taking pictures, calls when I see a restocking. Yeah, so I mean, that's definitely part of it, Jason. The more surface level audit stuff is primarily going to be on Field Agent and Mobi. Survey Merchandiser definitely does have some of those, but you got to know which projects you're looking for. But there is some of that as well. All the info, DJ. I mean, I'll do the, you know, I'll do the spiel thing here, but all the info is in the profile. There's no book or course with us. There's nothing to buy or sell. These apps are free with or without us. If you guys want to try anything that we talk about, it's all up here. Grab some apps from the link in the profile and then come back and see us. We have pinned videos. We have a side hustle playlist, and then you can ask us, you know, any questions that you guys have. Yeah, Cash Kick is real. What happens if you accidentally delete the email from Moby Rewards? You'd have to reach out to them. I mean, so if you delete the email, it should go into your trash. If you accidentally delete it out of your trash, you're 0 for 2 there. You might be able to contact them. They all have support emails that you can reach out to them and, you know, troubleshoot some different problems, but that's never happened to me, so I'm not exactly sure how that process works. The only thing I'll say with Moby too is that because it works in Canada, make sure that you get the appropriate gift card, because there are Canada only gift cards and US only gift cards. So they are sectioned off as such. Just make sure you grab the right one. Joanna is getting her toes done. Her birthday is Friday. Today's the only day that she could get an appointment from her nail tech. So she's getting her toes done today, and I'm holding down the fort. If you upload pics from your library, take them on the app. I did the job in the app glitch. So you definitely have that option if you would rather just keep the photos to your camera roll and then just have them just in case something goes wrong. You can absolutely do that, but I usually don't have too many issues with that. Oh, your birthday's Friday too? Happy birthday, Mama Alice. But you're never required to keep the photos. You absolutely can if you want to. And occasionally, you know, you might have a glitch happen with some of the projects. It does happen. I mean, you know, price of doing business in the digital age. Yeah, so most of what we do is going to be US and Canada only. So other parts of the country, it's going to be difficult for you to actually see the money, because you're talking about circumventing international trade law and tax codes and stuff. So I can't reliably say that if you're anywhere in the country, this is going to work for you. We don't control where these companies do business. Yes, Rachel. So that's according to her, it sucks because sometimes her birthday falls on Mother's Day, which means she's out a day. She's out a holiday for herself. So, and she always has to share her birthday. So on the years that it's not shared on Mother's Day, we usually try to do some nice stuff, which I'll be doing this year. All right. So if you guys want to see another one, I'll do another one. But just let you know, obviously everything is available for free in the profile. And Moby, you can use all of these together. They all work primarily the same. And these are just one-off projects that you can do inside of retailers near you. We also have some gaming apps where you can play games for cash in your spare time. And there's cash back over here. There's a tax app. There's coupons. If you guys know about the crazy coupon lady, we got her in here. There's discounted subscriptions for things like Sam's Club. You don't need to use everything here. This is just a lot of useful or free resources that you can just grab and use at your leisure. But just grab some that you're interested in. Go back to the profile, watch these pinned videos and the Side Hustle playlist, and then come back and see us, because we go live twice a day most days to answer your questions and show you how to use these things. So, next project. Chip and salty snack audit, still in Costco, still on Field Agent, but it's another project. I always like to be able to batch projects together. You can't always, especially for a live setting. And when I'm by myself, I can't travel around because I can't drive in live. I will get bananaed on TikTok. So, but whenever I have, a couple of cluster jobs I can show you in one live, absolutely, because, we can do a lot of this. So same thing I just did for the water and the protein supplements, chips, crackers, and salty snacks. That's what I'll be doing. A lot of this is going to look repetitive, the same type of stuff. They're just making sure that you understand what is required of you so that they can approve it and they can pay you out. They want to make sure that you're taking your photos properly. They want vertical photos. They do not want landscape, things like this. If it's asking for a landscape photo, it will let you know. But most of the time on this app, they do not. So I'm looking for cookies, crackers, and snacks. Last thing, if you find the section on stock, that's okay. They want to see it. Is this location open? Yes. Now I'm going to be looking for the chips aisle. So the aisle, not this, where I am, because this is this is different. They want to see the main aisle on the steel beams. So I'm looking for Lay's, Tostitos, Doritos on the border, and anything else that falls into that category. So I'll move on to next. And I'm going to take vertical photos of every one of these. What's it called? You should see the Frito-Lay 54 count variety pack in your photos. The item should be located in every store. If you can't find this product, please ask. So with reasonable certainty, this specific product is entitled, which is why you got to take your time looking for all these specific products and reading through all these directions, because there are subtle differences. They do update things accordingly. So even if you're doing this for as long as I have, which is about 10 years, it's always a good idea to save yourself the headache and just read. It takes 3 seconds, just making sure that you're not missing anything. But the same thing I just did. Time for chips. Okay. And if I don't find that product, I will continue looking until I can confirm it's not here. I can also ask somebody. So, starting over here, working left to right, going pallet by pallet, including the price tags. So, 1, 2, and so on. Okay. Yeah, I'm just making sure that these are full frame, that I'm not cutting my photos off. Nothing's blurry. Making sure I'm getting all the required information. I'm including the popcorn here, obviously, because, you know, it's in the same aisle. I kind of can see it's a salty snack in most cases. So even though it's not a physical chip, you know, that's what I would say. You're always better off uploading more photos or too many photos compared to not enough, because you can't go, you know, you can't put that toothpaste back in the tube, if you will. Okay, so this is all juice. I'm done here. That's the main aisle. Okay, so that's it for the aisle section. Now it's going to ask me about the displays, which there are a lot of here. Just know, for Costco, it's a lot. And if I find that product, I will make a note saying that it's not in the main aisle, it is somewhere else. Oops, back into my project here. Okay, yes, there are displays. I have 12. All right, it gave me 12 photos, yeah. I probably can't use all of them. Okay, so I'm gonna just use what they give me. 1, 2. Here, I'm gonna do that one from here. And then sweet puff potato chips. That one and that one. Okay. I'm gonna move this over and grab this one. Yeah, there's a lot here. So this is Field Agent. You can get this from the link in the profile. It's free to use. These are one-off projects that you can do inside of retailers near you, and they're looking for basic marketing information, whether they're asking about the stock or the price or the location or sales, promotional pricing, coupons, anything associated with, you know, products inside of stores. That's what we're doing here. So you're not always just doing surface level stuff. It depends on the apps that you're doing, but it's basic retail tasks. So you might talk to a manager, you might put coupons on things, you might, you know, build a cardboard display like one of these things. Let me see, restocking. It's really simple stuff that anybody can do. Yep, was that all my photos? Next. All right, so it wants it broken up. So this is just chips. All right, that was my bad. Go back. Go back. Yep, so I'm gonna fix that. I'll take my no. Okay, where are my photos here? Why are these here? I don't remember doing those. Okay. Did I start down here? No. What did I do? Okay, no, that's correct. Okay, so I'm going the right way. So they don't want that. So I will delete that one. And they don't want that. These are pretzels. Those are veggie crisps. Yeah, I would consider that a chip still. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, those are pretzels, or they're pretzel chips. All right, so I will delete the popcorn out of there. Oh no, those are chips. They really are. Okay, so I didn't mess up. again, if you want to go back and fix anything, you can. So before I finish up in this area, because the crackers I believe are elsewhere in the store, I do want to make sure that I can find that box of chips that they're looking for. It said it should include it. So just to cover my bases, I will go to that other section where all the crackers are and make sure that it's not there. Yeah, so field agent doesn't necessarily, usually we don't get travel pay or bonus pay assisted with field agent. We usually get that on survey merchandiser because there's a longer, they're a bigger company, more established, and the projects are going to be a bit more in depth. So really just depends on what's available. Like that's a whole skill in and of itself when it comes to negotiating prices, getting bonus pay. A lot of that can be done as well. Just know that, you know, the more you do, the easier it gets, the better opportunities that show up for you. And yep, there's our palette that we were looking for here. Not usually. We usually don't get bothered by staff. If somebody does ask, you know, we usually just let them know what we're doing. Again, we're not getting, you know, in trouble for anything. Okay. Nope, that's not going to help me. How come it's not letting me do more? Okay, yeah, so I would consider this an aisle then. That's what I'm going to consider this as, because it's not a freestanding display. So I'm just going to keep taking photos here. Okay. And I'll just make a note of that. Again, a lot of times if you just are clear and tell them exactly what's going on, because they depend on your answers. They can't see, oops, I didn't include the price tag on that one. Try that again. Okay. Get the price tag. A lot of times they're just looking, they can't see what you see. So they're depending on your answers, your information being complete and concise so that they can make decisions on these products. Especially a store like Costco too, because they don't sell the same stuff all the time. So they want to make sure that, you know, hey, is this thing doing well? If it's not, I want to know why. Or maybe it is doing well. I want to know why. So that's definitely what we were looking for. This 54 bag of the classic mix. We've got that. Okay. All right. You should be good to go here. Okay. Yeah, because that's it for the chips. Okay. So again, they wanted to make sure that that was there, which of course it was. And then these were all my display photos that I took. Moving on. Yep. Now the salty, okay, so they want to see the salty snacks, crackers, popcorn, all that stuff. Same thing I just did. Salty snacks. So they want to see, we'll grab this one. Variety packs for these. Obviously this would be a lot easier if I didn't have to, you know, zoom out so far, because my back is all the way against the products that are behind me. So, you know, gonna be like that. Hello, guys. Yeah. And popcorn. There. I will take it from here. Okay. What are we doing here? What else do we need? This is all gummy stuff. What's that? Crunchy rollers. I'll count that one. Don't know what it is. But this is all gummies. I don't need to account for any of that. And I think that's it for the products that I'm looking for. So it's crackers, popcorn, Rice Crisps. Okay. That looks to be it. Oh, crackers, right. I don't think I got the crackers yet. They should be close if they have them. That's trail mix. This is all nuts. Just making sure I don't miss nothing. Yep, that's it. That's all nuts. Moving on. Start in the main, cracker, salty snacks. Is there any displays? Yes. Okay. Moving on. Last question, any freestanding display? So we will go with whatever this thing is. Chocolate. Freestanding display. Let's see. Let's go over here to this tank top. Okay. Again, so if you had any issues with this project, you can do it here. I am going to let them know that the Lay's 54 count, oops, can't type, Lay's 54 count variety box is in section 2 of, or in a second aisle. Separate aisle. Made entirely of pallets, not on the steel shelving. There we go. Complete. That was another $5. So you guys can kind of see that this stuff is very simple to do. Anybody can do it. So you have the freedom to just go try this on your own time. We do this twice a day most days, so we encourage you guys to come back to ask questions. Nothing that we talk about costs anything to use. The more you do, the easier it gets, the better opportunities that show up for you. My recommendation is, if you're not, like, especially if you've never done anything like this before, just go try it. Just go in your stores and try it. Even if it takes you 4 times longer than the projected amount of time, the important thing is to just learn it and to do it right. Speed comes with practice, and then you can, kind of build this into any part of your day. So if you already have a full-time job, do this on your way to or from your job if you have a commute, or you can do this on your days off. If you stay at home and you got to get the kids out of the house, a lot of these projects can be done because they're light duty and don't require a lot from you, so you can just have the kids in the cart with you. We've certainly done a lot of that when our kids were smaller. It's just about getting a feel for it, especially knowing your area. That's helpful. You can do as much work as you want. There's no quotas that you have to maintain or anything like that. As long as you don't go dark for a year, you're going to stay active, and you're just going to pop in, do work every once in a while, you'll be good to go. Should be the difference when you say something is display versus what is in the aisle. Yeah, so a display, there's a few different things. So end cap is usually the terminology that we use at the end of the aisle that's considered a display, because it's people that are usually walking down the main strip in like a regular grocery store. So this is essentially the end cap here is considered a display. Then there's also freestanding displays, which are either standing up in the, usually freestanding displays are considered cardboard, the ones that are just in the aisle themselves or in the main strip of wherever you are. Those are considered freestanding displays. Costco's a little bit different. They don't follow a lot of the same planograms and rules and stuff because they're wholesalers. They have different rules. But generally speaking, that's what it is. Then also pallet displays, which is what they're basically built on here. That's where it gets tricky. So technically speaking, everything in here is considered a display, but when they're talking about freestanding displays, it usually just means it's on an island somewhere. So where I was getting the chip displays over in the back of the store, that's more of a traditional pallet display. And there might be one more type of display that is skipping my mind right now, but it does show you some examples of these, especially depending on which projects you do. Every project's going to give you pictures, diagrams, instructions, and as you enter data into the apps, it's going to walk you step by step until you're done. So half the project is not only just understanding what you're being asked to do, but inputting it properly into the app, because sometimes the forms for these apps can be a little confusing. Field Agent is probably the most user-friendly in that regard, just because everything's very clean, very simple, very stripped down, and you're just going to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, that's Costco. Any reason why which app? Oh, no, it's Field Agent. I'm sorry. It's just me live today. Usually Joanna's with me doing the project, and I can fully man the comment section. And then we also have longer followers and mods that can help us answer questions too. But we're doing our best we can. Joanna will be with me tonight, so we'll do more stuff, more intense stuff later tonight. Hood project, that's probably HP hood. So hood is either usually hood is milk, like dairy stuff. I haven't seen that project before. Some of this is going to be regional, so things that might show up for you might be different for me and vice versa. It really just depends on where you are in the country, because some of this is marketed regionally. Also, which stores you're doing them in. So up in the Northeast, we have things like Stop and Shop and ShopRite and Big Y and IGA. Like a lot of other parts of the country, you have your own regional chains, and there's projects that are going to be different there too. So it really just depends on your area. All right. How do you set up your day? So actually, I'll show you that before I sign off here. I'll show you the actual apps, the process of getting these things. HP Hood is easy. Okay, Wendy Carlin says so. She's been around here a long time. I defer to Wendy. Okay, so again, everything's for free in the profile. There's a side hustle playlist. There's pinned videos, and the link is safe. Yes, thank you, TikTok. Thank you for letting us know. Stuff is right here. The merchandising apps are Merchandiser, Field Agent, Moby, and you can also throw Shopkick in there sometimes. This is just a little extra credit thing. You're just walking around the store scanning products. You don't have to buy anything. So grab some from there. I'll show you Survey Merchandiser. So you're going to download it. You're going to create an account. And then this is what you're going to see. You're going to see projects that are here. And each one of these projects is a job that's reasonably close to you. They all work on your GPS location. Sometimes the projects are going to be like 2 for $26, 1 for $8.25. It really just depends on where you are. But just know that if there are bundled projects like that, you don't need to take both, because like I said, you're not forced any work and you don't want to do. But generally speaking, you can take as much work as you can reliably complete. Some require specialized materials or prior authorizations or requests. Some of them are just available right away, but you can do as much as you want. And if I take a look at the map view, you guys can see we are in the state of Connecticut. You can see that each one of these bubbles is a job, and I can reliably take just about anything I want. We also do leave the state pretty frequently. We work other places as well. We also travel for business as well as vacation, and we try to get a decent sample of other things that are around different parts of the country. But this is how it works. So you can use the map view, you can use the list view, whatever the case may be, and I'll just pick a project at random, and it tells me what the project is, where I'm going, how much I'm getting paid, and I can preview this job before I ever do it. So this is a deli product audit and merchandising in Stop and Shop, which is a regional grocery chain up here in the Northeast. So we're looking for Rovignati products. Work with the store to correct any issues, speak with the manager, hand over the sell sheet, get feedback, and you're on your way. This is an $11 project. It'll take you roughly 30 minutes. Once you get up to speed, though, you can beat this time in like half or less in a lot of cases. But it's going to tell you everything that you got to do. So there is a sell sheet. You do need to print out a sheet of paper that you're going to leave with the store. They want a photo of that to show that you actually have it on hand. You're going to check in with customer service, and you're going to go to the deli manager and let them know what you're there to do. So you're going to find the products in the refrigerated area, and you're going to take inventory and bearing photos of where everything is. You're going to make sure that you find all the stuff. And you're also looking for Corte Buona. That's another product you're looking for here. You're going to do inventory. The number of facings is how many rows of product. So this is considered 2 facings right here, this peptide, because there's only one price tag. One price tag here, but there's 1 row of product, 2 rows of products. Congratulations, you know what a facing is. Really complicated stuff, right? Is the price tag there? Is it correct? If there's any discounted or promotional price, they want to see all this stuff. And then you're just going to touch base with, it doesn't necessarily need to be a store manager, just so you know. Department staff is just fine. ASM, store, department manager, somebody at the store that has a clue. And you just say, hey, you're on behalf of Rovignati and Corte Buona, and you're going to tell them X, Y, and Z. So it's probably going to ask, have you heard of the products? Any feedback about that specific product, if they have any? Does it sell well? Is there anything that you need? If there's anything towards the back room, you are allowed to go back and restock it. You can kind of work with the store with that one too. Some stores prefer you to not go in the back room and they'll bring stuff out for you. Some places don't care. So just play that by ear. Restock everything. Take a picture of everything that you're doing so that you can see that you're, doing all that stuff. If there's any price tags, you can fix that and then just straighten up. Merchandising is the last part. Just turn everything forward, pull it to the front, make sure nothing's expired. Comments, questions, concerns, and you're done. $11 for a project that took less than 30 minutes. And you can move on to the next one. So what I was showing you guys today was Field Agent. different company, different app, but same type of work. There's different categories of projects, and then you can also use the map view. Each of these pins is a job. This is what I was doing today in Costco. And the same thing with Mobi. So the only catch with Mobi is that they are first come, first serve on Mobi. So the projects that are here, you cannot reserve ahead of time. You can do that with the other two, but it's the same type of work. Each of these pins is a job, and you can take as much work as you want. So a lot of times we are using all of these apps together because we're allowed to take as much work as we can get our hands on. So it's a lot of quick hits of $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 over and over again that are taking us 10 minutes or less. And, you know, on occasions where we can cluster multiple projects inside of one store or two stores, or within a 5-mile radius, one shopping center, whatever the case may be, one route, you know, 1 20-minute drive up and down the highway, whatever the case may be. So that's the bulk of our income when we're doing this full time, is those very quick hits of those projects that are even on the lower end of the pay scale, the $5 and $6 ones. If you can get 4 of those done in an hour, including travel time, that's $24 an hour right there. And we kind of treat that like a baseline. Like everything else went poorly today, or I had to cut the day short, whatever, but I made $24 an hour doing this stuff in my spare time. And clearly you can go higher than that. This is not a sales job. You're not working on commission, but the ebbs and flows to the work is sales-esque because no 2 days are exactly the same. You're just taking whatever work is available. So sometimes travel's gonna be more, sometimes pay's gonna be more. And there's just gonna be fluctuation in between. Yeah, so we do get denied. I mean, we've been doing this a very long time. Probably have an 85% or higher, you know, approval rate when we're doing this stuff. That's just a number I pull out of my head, but we do still make mistakes. You're allowed to make mistakes. Depending on the app, sometimes they'll let you go back and fix it. Sometimes they just deny it. But in either case, they always tell you why. Merchandiser will tell you in the messaging section. Field agent and Mobi will correspond via email for denials. But yeah, like don't take it that seriously. This is brand new stuff to most people, but it's a lot of common sense stuff. It's a lot of just looking around, checking your bases, finding information for these brands, and it just gets easier over time. Yes, so I did want to mention taxes. So all the stuff that we earn is on the books. It is taxable, so we file 1099 taxes because we're independent contractors. I'm not a tax professional. If you have a tax professional, I would highly recommend you speak to one, or at least somebody that you trust about taxes. But just know, standard threshold for working with taxes for independent contractors is if you earn over $600 per entity, you do need to at least report it as income with the IRS. So if you want to try this and it's just not for you, or you're nervous about getting involved and wrapped up in taxes, if you stay under that threshold, you're good to go. It's considered a wash. No harm, no foul. But if you're making, like even on the side, like, and that's $600 in a tax season, which is pretty low. So if you can, identify that you're just not liking it or you don't want to do anything, you're going to be fine. But that's like the absolute floor that's required per the tax code. If you make $6,000, I'm okay paying taxes on that because that's an extra $6,000 I didn't have that I got in addition to my in addition to my full-time job, in addition to being stay-at-home, whatever the case may be. Just know, like, whereas W-2s, there's automatic withholding and then you get it back in a return. It's the opposite for 1099. So you're getting the full gross amount and you pay taxes on it. So if you want more information about taxes, speak to a professional. You can go to Flyfin. If you don't already have one, they're in our profile in our tax app. They have live CPAs that you can speak to and ask real questions about your income, your bracket, and anything else that you guys want to know. Use that code FLYJO, FLYJO, and you will get a free trial to their platform and get your information. Thank you, Jason. Already beat me to it. But you used to do this in Missouri? Nice, Brenda. Yep. Yeah, all 50 states for the most part. The only one that's a bit spotty is I know that Nevada has state legislation that prevents the majority of mystery shopping and secret shopping, which this does sort of branch up against. It depends on which apps you're talking about. But either it's not allowed at all in Nevada, or in some select states you were required to get basically like a secret shopper license or like a permit. I don't live there. I haven't been able to research that to the nth degree, but that's just things that I've heard from people that live in Nevada. So otherwise though, all 50 states and some availability in Canada too. So again, it's going to be different for everybody, Lalalu. Some of us are just going to be doing this whenever we have free time. So it's going to be very supplemental. Some of us are going to do this on a more regular basis, part-time or full-time. So there's going to be a lot of variation. We make enough to support 5 kids and 2 adults in the state of Connecticut. But the 25 an hour is just like a nice floor, a nice baseline. You're probably not going to get there immediately just because it's dependent on you at that point. It's just, you're not being paid on your performance. That's a key difference. It's that we do a lot of work and perform well, and that's why we're making money, not because you're graded on your performance. If you're doing the jobs, if you have, I don't know, 15 jobs at $10 a piece in a day, and each one of those $10 jobs takes you, 5 minutes instead of, I lost the figures that I was using. If it takes you 5 minutes instead of the 15 that it's supposed to take you, you're going to be done with your day in a fraction of the time or in the same amount. So it's not going to matter. So Aries, if you're doing the iSpies, yes, iSpies are not the same thing as the audit stuff that we do on Field Agent. We really don't like the iSpies. They're worth like an occasional peek, but yes, usually if you're not finding them in Field Agent, those are not the same thing. We don't usually enjoy doing those. We will every once in a while mess with them, but usually when we have other stuff scheduled, not just iSpies. Violets, you can get travel pay, bonus pay, and base pay raises on Survey Merchandiser. That's still at their discretion, so that's something you have to negotiate ahead of time. But yes, on that app, you absolutely can. That's awesome, Sierra. And again, this is something that's flexible with you. Like, we have 5 kids. We have busy lives. The freedom and the flexibility that these apps offer us on a regular basis is just invaluable at some points. So either you require that, or it's something that where you can have that freedom with something that you're doing on the side. So you can look at it both ways. But on that note, I have to do the rest of my day. And what else is going on today? I have to do the rest of my day. I've got 2 kids with 2 appointments each today. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I've still got to do, and then we'll be live again tonight. So we'll be live again Eastern Standard Time between 8 and 10 p.m. tonight. So if you want to come back, you want to try these out in your spare time, I encourage you to do that. And come back, come say hi. We'll be doing some more stuff. I think we're distance driving for this one. There's a couple of cool projects way out that we want to show you guys. At least assuming that's still according to plan. We'll see. But in any case, come on, the verification thing. But in any case, I'm going to sign off. Until tonight, watch some videos, download some apps, write down your questions, and we will see you tonight between 8 and 10 Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye.